49ers have asked Kyle Juszczyk to take a pay cut. I know that you and I talked about this.
That's not true. That's what came from
That's not true.
that came from the fake account. The fake Matt Mayoko account.
No, this has
I
been
think okay, so there was the fake Matt Mayoko account tweeted that they couldn't they couldn't come to an agreement and then he was going to be released.
No,
You're right.
wrong.
Sorry,
That
actually.
part's wrong.
Not me being fake news. No, they just yeah, I guess they have
Don't worry,
approached him
if I
on
Google
that.
the first thing that comes up is the fake account.
No way.
Jesus.
There's
yeah,
no
that's
way.
like the very top one is
That
the
pisses
fake,
me
like,
off. That
why,
pisses me
like,
off so
somebody
bad.
needs
I
to
have
do
like the
better.
biggest pet peeve about that right now, and it's
Yes.
unhealthy actually. But um, yeah, no, it
But
seems like
the
they
49ers
did.
did approach him
Yeah,
about a salary reduction in 2024, but they've made no agreement or disagreement yet. Which I think, to be fair, is something that everyone hypothesized would happen. Now, where it could be interesting is if Kyle Juszczyk says no or is willing to, like, because I don't think any team is going to want to give him what he's set to make just because it's so much higher than any other fullback in the NFL. But he could take a lesser deal for a team like the Texans, like Miami, which, obviously both run similar offensive systems, but don't have any state income tax. However, I think Kyle really likes the 49ers. I'm assuming that they'll work it out, but I was not assuming that Eric Armstead was going to leave, so maybe I'm wrong. Are there any legs to the hypothesis that maybe Juice will end up looking around, or do you anticipate that they'll work out a deal?
so that one's interesting, right? Because yes, just the same as Eric Armstead, the report was that he was asked to take a significant pay cut, right? So just looking at David Lombardi earlier this morning tweeted out the average per year salaries of the other fullbacks. Alec in gold is getting 4.07 million, Patrick Ricard at 3.75 million, Kyle Juszczyk 5.4 million. That's really not a huge difference. So if we're talking about significant, like, are the 49ers saying take less than either one of those guys, or
Because he might
be
be like,
around that
I'm better
range?
than
Because
them.
then
Yeah.
exactly, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, that could be a slight, like, to Juice, or he could take it as a slight, like,
Yeah.
hey, like, I'm
Now he
like you
is
said, I'm
above
better
30.
than them.
He is above 30, but I
Yeah.
remember, I think it was in his exit locker room interviews, someone even asked him because he kind of had like a sentimental take. I think it was right before the Super Bowl. So someone asked him, like, "Oh, are you retiring? Like, are you thinking about retiring? What's going on?" And he was like, "Oh, no, like, I was just like appreciating." And he made it very clear. He was like, "My body feels as good as it's ever felt. I don't anticipate on, stopping playing for multiple more years, so I don't think he wants to go anywhere. I
We'll see.
agree with you. It will be interesting what kind of pay cut they're asking him to take, because people have talked a lot about how he should, cut all the way down to like $2 million because he's not owed anything and they could cut him for like $1 million or something. Is that correct? Am I right on that? Like, he has no dead cap hit or something, right?
Yeah, I don't think the rest of his contract is, like, none of it's guaranteed anymore, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. Yeah.
But I don't know if you would want to, I don't know if you would want to, yeah, he has no money, fully guaranteed money left on his deal with the Niners. He doesn't have any leverage with the Niners. Maybe, but if the Niners want to keep him, that could be his leverage. It's just like, I'm a good player for you. Do you want to let me go? I don't know. I never really understand the leverage situation. It's not like he like Armstead could be like, okay, like it could be a mutual thing in that case. Like, I think I can get as good of a deal or better somewhere else, and if it's as good, maybe I can get it in a state where they're not going to take half of it away in taxes. I don't know. And just if you
Yeah.
insult the player, like depending on how much, if they offered him $2 million, which is 2 million less than the next guy who he, might think he's better than, he might just based off of like a level of respect. I think some of these players kind of get insulted and they're like, all right, well now I don't want to play for you. So
Yeah. So we'll see what side of the coin, I guess, this Kyle Juszczyk thing falls in.
what are you anticipating? Are you anticipating that he'll work it out? Just like pure guessing.
Um, I don't know. I don't know because it really comes down to Juice, I think, and what he wants, and I have no idea. I could see either scenario playing out, to be quite honest with you. Um, yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Like, do you think he leaves? Do you
I
think they
okay,
work it out
I
somehow?
was thinking that he was gonna stay all the way until I saw the Armstead thing, and now I'm like, "Oh, maybe they're more open to kind of tearing apart the not the foundation, but the, you know, eldest players than we thought." We kind of haven't seen Kyle Shanahan in this position yet, right? Where, like, now he's getting to the place where it's guys who have been here for a long time and he has to start, making harder decisions. We haven't really seen him get here yet. We've seen him have to
Mhm.
decide on like extending players or not, but like going up to these players that have pride and that have given a lot to this
Who
team
you
and
went
being
to
like, "Hey,
Cabo
this is."
with?
Yeah. They didn't go to he didn't go to Cabo this year.
Not this year.
Maybe he's
No,
like,
not this year.
I'm gonna make you guys not very happy. I'm gonna stay in my office. I don't think this is the year to do that. But no, I want to say I think that they're gonna work it out. I know my dad, he's in the comments, he's a huge Juice fan. I think it'll really depend on how much they offer him. I think if it's something a little bit less, he'll probably stay. I think if it's significantly less and he can get something, because when I originally said Miami, I was like, well, Miami's cutting players because they don't have any money. But then I had the thought, well, if it's $2 million here and $2 million there, you'd rather be in a state, and I'm just using Miami as an example. There's other teams like this too, but if you're in a state that has less of the tax problem, I just don't know, right? Because we like to believe that
Yeah.
everyone is a family and they all want to stay together. But then you kind of get into it and it's like people also care about their money, like they know
Yeah,
when they don't.
absolutely.
But
As they
Kyle
should.
Juszczyk, sorry for just turning my computer around. But Kyle Juszczyk's wife just signed a deal with the NFL, so maybe now he could, do a Brady when Brady was married to Giselle and be like, "Hey, I'm, now I'm married. I'm married rich, so now I can take a deal for the 49ers." Because
I'm
Christina
married rich.
Juszczyk.
She's like, I'm not the breadwinner anymore.
She just signed like a deal with the NFL to make clothes and stuff, which congratulations to her for that. She's very, very talented. But
Yeah.
Steph, I know that you have a stream coming up. I just really quickly was looking at the comments to see if there's anything else that came out, but I think the last bit of the most breaking news was that Brian Burns situation. Everyone, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be going live tomorrow with Jose Sanchez. Can revisit that deal that I made with him. We made a bet on, like I said, I think it was Javon Kinlaw. But I wonder if the Eric Armstead situation sways him at all and he's ready to just surrender to me being right, which I always am. Make sure to like and subscribe. There's going to be, I guarantee, more news is going to come out before we even go live tomorrow. And then make sure to not only like and subscribe here, but to go subscribe to Steph if you're not already from there. I know she's going to go live in like 10 minutes. So she's
Yeah.
going to keep it rocking with you to see if the 49ers break any more news. Yes or no, they signed Danielle Hunter by the time we talk next week on Monday.
I hope so. I hope so. Let's see. We shall see.
So everyone knows it's not up to John Lynch, it's up to Steph. If it doesn't happen, we blame her.